Ultimate power! Hey guys, welcome back to Fort Board. It is that time again. It is the modding series. We're going to do Palpatine today to continue on with the Empire. So you guys know I am Mort. Let's get this started right away and see if we can shorten this video up a little bit from the other ones. All right, starting out, I want to talk about, I always got to make sure I say Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes to catch that algorithm. All right, so starting with the kit, we're going to go to, I'll put your visual aid up real quick. The game, in-game, recommends speed and potency, and I do agree with this recommendation. I don't always, but I do with this recommendation, and we'll go into why. That is why it's the most important. So going on with his basic ability, remember on all of his basics are always the ones that are used. Looking at this, we've got dealing special damage to target enemy and shock them for 3 turns. Keep in mind, guys, when you're looking at damage, I actually want to point this out. You've got damage and you've got special damage. You have physical. You got damage right here. That's physical abilities. And then you've got special damage. Basically, I like to look at this like in World of Warcraft or something where it's magical. That's the way I kind of run it through my mind. So special and physical. All right. Deal special damage to target enemy and shock them for 3 turns. And Palpatine gains 15% turn meter for each shocked enemy. Downside of this is it's hard to get shock on everyone unless you have a character like DR or somebody that lays on everybody, because Palpatine can only do it 1 basic at a time. Shock, the opponent cannot gain health, buffs, or turn meter. And we'll go over here. On his special, his first special, this is the stunning one, deals special damage again to all enemies with a 70% chance to stun them. So again, here's potency. Clutch. Stuns them for 1 turn. Shocked enemies are stunned for 2 turns, but it removes the shock. So that shock ability is going to come off every time you utilize this. All allies gain offense up for 2 turns. This is huge for this team, especially if you're running Vader. Let the hate flow. All of the units, I always forget about this ability, especially when it comes to Conquest. All their units lose 5% health, and Palpatine recovers health equal to 150% of the total amount lost. So whatever, let's say Vader had 100k health, he's going to pull equal to the other 4 characters. He's going to pull all that off. So a little bit of math involved. Obviously, in a 5-minute window, you can't figure all that out. But all right, Palpatine gains 50% turn meter for each shocked enemy. All allies gain health steal up for 1 turn. That's where the basic comes in clutch again by passing himself turn meter. And then we're going to go over to the Zetas. You've got the leadership, which is the one that I definitively recommend. Empire and Sith allies have plus 35% potency, which is huge, adding potency to Vader for dots, Palpatine for his stuns, his shocks, etc., and 35% max health. Knowing a trend here, seeing that trend, health and potency with this team, including Palpatine. Jedi and Rebel enemies have minus 35% potency and minus 35% evasion, which means they have a harder time dodging. When an enemy ally inflicts a debuff during their turn, they gain 20% turn meter. When an Empire ally inflicts a debuff, think about this with Vader, during their turn, they gain 20% turn meter. When a Sith ally inflicts a debuff during their turn, they recover 20% health. Vader's healing himself. When a debuff on an enemy expires, Empire and Sith allies gain 5% turn meter. Dots, more dots, more dots. All right, so this is where the Zeta comes in, though, is that last part, is Empire and Sith allies gain 5% turn meter. This is where you get the term turn meter train from with Palpatine. Crackling Doom, this is recommended, but it's not a right-away thing if you don't have the Zetas to get them. I didn't do this one for a long, long time. I actually just recently added it to him. While Palpatine is active at the start of each enemy turn, they take damage equal to 20% of their max health for each of the following. They are shocked. They are shocked. They are Jedi. They are a rebel. This damage can't defeat enemies. Palpatine has plus 50% max protection. There's a key one there. Protection. This is going to be a key one on how you mod this guy. So the Zeta adds, and you're going to see notations where I've got the asterisks up there, where the Zeta really comes in for that. You may want to mod a little bit differently, but once you have that Zeta, the protection is clutch. This damage can't defeat enemies. Palpatine has plus 50% max protection. When he inflicts shock, he gains 5% max protection until the end of the account. I can't even talk. Till the end of the encounter. So this is another huge part with the Zeta, and that's why it's important as well. I was a late bloomer to the Zeta. It is, like I said a minute ago, it's highly recommended. But if you can't put it on right away, that's fine. My Palpatine for the longest time was gear 8, gear 9, 10. I slowly brought him up. I didn't relic him until I went after GL. All right, so looking at mine here, I want to look at these stats. So that's what I was talking about. For the circle, we've got protection. For the triangle, we've got protection. We've got arrows, speed. You want him fast. I'm going to go into why I need him fast. And the cross on potency. From the secondaries, you're going to be looking at potency and speed are the most important. Protection following, if you've got the Zeta, would be next. Offense and health and defense. So health would probably go up a line, to be honest with you. Offense, until he gets to relic, really isn't important, because once you hit the relic levels and you start looking at mastery, you look at his mastery, he's got increases accuracy, crit avoidance, and damage. Accuracy to avoid the dodges, obviously crit avoidance to stay alive, and then the damage. He doesn't scale damage like everybody else. I shouldn't say everybody. When he goes into relic, the damage scales high. You can do some pretty good damage with Palpatine once he gets into relic. So that's why I have offense on the lower side of that. I still would have it lower than those three anyway, but anyway, the point is. And then the 4 mods is going to be speed, and then the 2 potency are what I highly recommend all the way around. Because I see a lot of Palpatines that are slow. And the reason they leave him slow is because he's got a turn meter train. He can really get to rolling. But what if I take him out quickly and he doesn't get that train started? That's the thing with Palpatine, is it sucks. You've got to have him start out fast, because if he can start out fast, if you can get him fast, he's going to get the turn meter train in, and you may not even get a turn. That's the great part about him. Let's see what else we got. Let's go ahead and look at my mods. So you can see he's Relic 7. I don't have them all gold modded, but I got some pretty good ones. Actually start down here with the cross. Potency, protection, health, defense, and speed. All of these, great. Protection, offense, crit chance, potency, speed, great. I would like him faster there. Speed, defense, potency, crit chance, protection. I got 3 out of 4 there. Offense, health, potency, speed, protection. Can't beat that. All the ones I want. Defense, protection, potency, crit chance doesn't really matter all that much. And then speed. And then protection, defense, speed, and then a double offense shot. But the 14 speed is what I needed more than anything out of that one. And I actually just recently added this to him because I brought him to Relic. This offense actually helps some. And since it's not major and it's flat, it's not really that much of an addition, but it was the best mod I had available as well. So I'm not mad about it at all. Overall, my Palpatine running 57k protection. You definitively want more protection on him than health. Once you get into the Relic levels, early on, you may want more health and protection. Before he gets to Relic, mine's running 257, which I'm very happy with. Potency 108.5%. You might say, well, why do you got so much potency? Just because mine runs 108, you've still got to deal with somebody else's tenacity. So if somebody's got tenacity up, you're kind of screwed. But if they've got high tenacity, then you still have a good shot of getting through. You add his leadership at 35. That's putting me at 143 alone. So he would have to have 243 tenacity in order for me not to stun or shock him 100%. All right. Damage 5186. I don't care about physical with him that much. Crit doesn't matter that much. Crit avoidance from the mastery, I'm getting 13.5%. Accuracy from the, I'm getting 13.5% from the mastery. And then his special offense is 10,200, which is pretty darn high, I think, for a Palpatine without trying to mod him for offense. Major clutch. Some last notes while I put the big modding screen up here. Some last notes with him. He's needed for Slacker. He's got a good ship. He's got a really good reinforcement ship. That ship also is clutch in light side or dark side platoons. I see a lot of early guilds that can't fill that, so that's a great ship. I would also farm his ship. I recommend it highly. Let's see. He's a crowd control character, and he's very squishy even when he gets into the relic levels, so you need to make sure that you utilize his crowd control, and he needs to go quickly. Another tip, Mara Jade, 3-star, no Zeta adds Palpatine assisting on basic. So keep in mind, every time, if you retarget to somebody else, you could literally use Mara Jade to add more shock double time all the way around. Mara Jade also helps out with tenacity down, shock, and 20% offensive potency. And She just today got put on, I believe it was light side, 16 energy nodes. Highly recommend farming her right now. We're going to put her in this Empire series because she is now out. So look forward to that as well. All right, that's the last one I got there, guys. Outside of that, let's look at the sheet. My Relic Priority, I have it as a 7. The reason I say a 7, I'm kind of in the middle ground. If you're going after the GL where you need Palpatine, then raise it up. But if you're not going after the GL, I don't really think Palpatine needs to go up that high. He still does work. I did a lot of work for him, 96% win rate in the old GAC style with a crappy Palpatine. Honestly, guys, he doesn't need to be that great, especially if he's modded right. That's the key. You need potency for shotgun stuns. Speed is not a must, but helps him survive as he gets out first and gains turn meter. If he's fast, most teams don't even get a turn. Gain protection percentage gain from his kit. I do highly recommend 230 plus on this guy. And then obviously his leader, Zeta, is a must, and his unique is a strong, strong, strong luxury. In the meantime, guys, that is it for today. Sorry I'm a day late on this video. I will make it up to you, I promise. In the meantime, we got it done in 11 minutes. We are 1 battalion strong. Don't forget, help a brother out. Get that follow button in here. We're almost to 1,000. Let's go.
Shut up and sit down.